no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dr. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the street, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
Welcome everybody into look, this is what we're talking about when we say make sure you're subscribed because you want to be here for all the live episodes. This is what we're talking about. Welcome everybody. This is our special end of the year awards episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. We were going to do this tomorrow. We were going to record this during the week and then air it tomorrow night. But then we were like, why deprive the fans of being able to interact live? Yeah, we wanted some time off, and we'll have some time off, and we'll tell you about that in a little bit. Episode 200 coming around the corner. Uncle Larry, you're going to want to stay tuned for the entire show, bro, because you won an award at the 2023 End of Year Awards. What's up, Fabian? What's up, everybody? We hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you all celebrate. We hope it was happy. We hope it was bountiful, plentiful, and If you're Higgy, we hope you had a lot of ham or turkey or macaroni or whatever, spaghetti, tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, whatever it is you eat. That's what we want you to have. But look, we welcome all y'all in here tonight, coming to you live from the Collision Course Cruise Studios. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. I'm your humble host, Jeremy Wallman, and I'm here today with more people that's been on the show than in a long time, and we appreciate it. This is our fun show of the year. We get to act a little crazy. We get to be a little bit more, we get to be a little bit less uptight and business-like this episode. If you all want to, if you are somebody who has your own podcast and y'all want to hop on and give your all thoughts on stuff, shoot me a DM on Twitter. If you're one of the former Cardinals that's been on the show this year, shoot me a DM on Twitter. We'll get you in here. Any kind of personality. No, John Lindemann, we said personality, not people who were height restricted, but we'll get y'all in here. But let me introduce my fine co-host for the evening. First off, it's our football and women's basketball beat writer, the incomparable Sam Baisden.
What up, what up?
Yes, Cardinal, we are deep tonight. Shawn will explain to you what that means after the show. Next to Sam, we have got the notorious capital H, capital I, capital G. It's our guy, Higgy Smalls. Higgy, what's good, man?
What's good, everybody?
Glad to have you on here tonight. Underneath me and Sam, you can see the dynamic duo. They come in to do the shows. They love being here. This is a great time for them. They are. If you ever wanted to see the movie Twins in real life, you've got it right here. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Danny DeVito. It's my brother Joe Wallman. Danny DeVito over here. It's Joe Wallman and El Virginio Capital, Shawn Barber.
What's up?
What's up?
Say it with your chest, Shawn.
What up? We don't want Higgy to say anything with his chest. He might knock the cameras out of whack. Last but not least, we got our guy, and look, you hear it in West Brocky, Dylan Bickle. Welcome to viewing the show. We do expect a lot of people, but not a lot of people knew that we were going to be on tonight. They're used to watching us on Fridays. We wanted a Friday off. We want to do this, and we're switching to a new date and time starting next week. We're going back to our normal men's basketball, women's basketball time of Sundays at 2 p.m. Again, last but not least, though, he's we don't have to change our theme song. It's Wes. Like, we don't have to even call him Tailgate Wes, Podcast Wes, 100 Kids Wes. It's just Wes. It's our guy, He's always got the keys to victory. He didn't last night, but it's Wes Keys. Wes, what's good, man?
What's going on? And I think we all missed on that one.
Listen, I forgot already. What happened? Something happened yesterday? I forgot. Let's not even bring that up. That's not even in the show notes tonight. Jeff left. What is up, my man? Look, don't forget the Fitness Market chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, however, send us your questions on social. They'll pop up on the chat line. Oh,
hey,
God.
Joe.
Steve Rummage. We want Joe. We want Joe.
That's right. That's my boy.
You know, Steve Rummage probably could have been guest of the year this year, but he thinks his poop don't stink, and he wouldn't lower himself to come on our show this year. And
what a man!
What a man for sure.
He said that's his theme song.
Oh, okay. Just absolutely. Well, Joey gets a lot of talk time as it is, right?
Sure.
Okay. You just increased your talk time tonight by a lot by saying that. But anyway, I'm just joking about Steve. I haven't asked him to be on the show this year because I wanted to have good shows.
He was on a couple times.
This year?
Yeah. He came on.
He probably didn't mean. Oh, it was probably when I was sick and dying and he felt bad. So
I don't remember. I remember him popping in for one at least.
Yeah, it was an accident for sure. But look, don't forget the Fitness Market chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, however, send us your questions on social, and you can see stuff like Steve and his stuff. Check on the graphic below me and Joey and Shawn, to see how you can follow, how you can support the podcast monetarily, so we can bring on more of these every week. And underneath Wes, for how you can follow the podcast on social media. You know, Wes is a part-time. You know, he's gonna try to work his way to the main roster this year. I'm feeling pretty good about it, especially since his name is Wes, and we won't have to pay money to change the song.
I mean, it's more shows than some of the people's been on.
Yeah, you know, we're not gonna say any names, Dalton, but you know, it's just Wes Brown. But Wes is, you know, he's trying to. He's got some personal business going on, so we forgive you, other Wes, but Wes Keys is the new Wes. So
usually every 3 weeks, Shawn's sick. So
Shawn, look, I was talking to Shawn's sister about this the other day. Which, by the way, shout out to Kristen. Can't figure out how to do the paid subscription. Jeff, I'll tell you about that after this. Like, if you go to search for, hey Chad, your cousin Will. Look, I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll have them on here in a little bit. But all you got to do is go to YouTube, search for Cardinals. I should have brought this up so I could share this with you all. If you search for Cardinal Sports Zone, it will say subscribe on one side, and to the right, it will say, what was it I showed you, Wes? What will it say on the other side?
Join.
Join. Yes, it'll say join, and when you hit join, you can select what level of membership you want there. So we appreciate all y'all support, no matter how y'all want to do that. And again, we talked about this a little bit yesterday on the pregame show, but I was contacted. Something I'm excited to do. Not sure how successful it'll be, and it is what it is. But I was contacted by Cameo to create a Cameo account so I can do shout-outs via video to everybody if you want them or not. It don't matter to me. But just look for go on Cameo, search me, Jeremy Wallman. I'll pop up, and just other ways to keep this. What we want to do in 2024 is make this podcast. Like, I dropped the ball this year because I was sick, and you know, Joey told me in the hospital, like, hey, don't worry about it, they'll understand. And I know y'all understood, but we've been doing this stuff for free all year, and we've actually brought y'all more content this year than we ever have. So we'd like to get paid to do it, obviously. So that's what we're trying to do in 2024. Jeff Left says you can't do it from iPhone. Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Is that what you have too, Wes? Is the
Yeah.
iPhone? Yeah, mine come up on Android. And Lindemann's was on Android, and Teresa's was too. So, well, that's an issue. But I assume that you could probably still go to the website and look it up and do it that way, and then you'd still get the same. You still get the same benefits and everything. But hit that thumbs up button while you're in here on YouTube. Make sure you are watching on YouTube if you can. We prefer you all tune into us on YouTube. It helps us out a lot more monetarily than any other way we go. So now that we've got all the advertisements and all the paid programming out of the way, let's get into it. Tonight, it is our end of the year awards. We're not only going to have our own categories, but we'll let you, the viewers, even propose a few while we're doing the show live. We've also got a special guest that Chad kind of alluded to, joining us later. They've got their own categories, and then we got some final categories after that. We think everybody's going to have a good time. Robert Scooby Bates, Afro's in the building. What's up, Scooby? I'm going to go ahead and flip it back because I was hearing kind of an echo. No, I don't. So, Shawn, can you talk?
Yeah.
Can you talk again?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Stop talking so loud. Jesus. Okay.
That was loud.
Yeah, we're all a little bit loud now. So, sorry, this is live TV, as I said. So, y'all have to get over it. All right. So, I don't like that. So, all right. So, we're gonna get to the categories, and we've shouted out. Absolutely, Scooby. Appreciate you, my man. All right. Chad says awesome. First category, and we're going to kind of go round robin on these. Wes is going to go last because he didn't get the show notes for tonight. So we're going to give him a little bit of time to catch up. And I'm going to go first. No other reason than, well, it's me. So, of course, I'm going to go first. First category, offensive MVP. I can't give it to anybody else other than Jawar Jordan. I feel like, and I'm not going to say too much because I want you all to be able to give more insight than I do. But just not only his impact while he was in the games, but the impact of the games he was not in, the struggles we had because he was not there. Ray, welcome in, Ray. Welcome in, Robert, as well. It just, the impact was just undeniable. It almost was as big, maybe a bigger impact, him not being in the game than when it was with him being in the game. Sam, who did you have for your offensive MVP?
So I went a little different. I went co-MVP with Isaac Garendo and Jawar Jordan.
Okay.
I feel like you said, Jawar, his impact was felt when he was on the field and when he wasn't. But when he wasn't on the field, Garendo stepped up way more times than not. And I think because of Garendo, we won a few games that we might have lost because Jawar was hurt towards the tail end of the season. So I say co-MVP, Isaac Garendo and Jawar Jordan.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I think to make it go a little bit fast, because we got a lot of categories. If I say somebody that y'all have, then just skip to the next person. So that way we have different. So we're not all saying the same thing about the same guy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's move to the next category then.
Well, Higgy, did you have somebody different?
There's nobody else.
I had Jamari Thrash.
You had Jamari Thrash? Okay.
Yeah, when we needed a big catch, he was there.
Okay.
He missed like 4 games.
I got one that's different.
Okay.
It's a little off the wall. It's Brian Hudson.
Brian Hudson.
The offensive line did so well for most of the year, except you could say the last 3 games, whatever. But most of the year they were excellent, and that's why the running backs were so good. They had holes to run through, lanes to run. And
Shawn, you should have been a running back. Maybe you could have found a hole to run through with the football. O-line came through big, says Chad Brocky. Absolutely. All right, we'll get to the next category.
Well, Higgy said Thrash.
Higgy said Thrash. Great pick there. Freshman of the year. So I'm gonna go a little off the wall because and if it's the same one that you got, Joey, I'm sure it will be.
Okay. Yeah.
But mine's for Madden Sanker and Luke Burgess, probably the most impactful freshman we had this year for their short video series 502 Eats that go that's produced and put out there with our guy Alan from T-Shirt Hooligans. Gonna say Chad Brock. Excuse me, burp. Chad Brocky was gonna say Hudson. Just we didn't have a lot of impact freshmen this year, and it wasn't because they weren't good enough. It was just because we were just so deep. So, did anybody else have any different freshmen of the year?
Like you said, man, the freshmen didn't really play too much. I think they had like 1 or 2 games where you got Kewan Brown in, and then Jamari
too.
Jamari played some snaps, but yeah. So
him and Hicks both played in a game that happened
early in the season.
No, yesterday there was a game yesterday. I think.
They were in.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe some other ones, but I think they had a game yesterday. I'm not sure. Look, one person I don't have to tell to subscribe to the show, and I appreciate this so much. It is the only female football player in Louisville football history, our kicker, Kathy Klope, in the building. We appreciate you joining us in. Well, yeah, Chad, absolutely. But we're talking offensively right now. Transfer of the year. You know what? I'm going to let somebody else start because I'm sure that mine's probably the same as everybody else's. Sam, we'll go ahead and let either – do we let Sam go first or Higgy's chin beard go first? Oh, wait a minute. Higgy just left the shot.
Oh, no.
He's trying to be Joey with the fire background, which, by the way, fire background. Sam, you go ahead. Who's your offensive transfer of the season?
I got to give it to the wide receiver, Jamari Thrash.
Okay. That's not who I have. So, perfect. All right, Higgy?
I had Eric Miller and Willie Tyler. You got to think that if we didn't have them on the tackles wise, who's going to be protecting our blind sides more than anything?
And Higgy's got a lot of blind side to cover, so that's good. Shawn?
Well, Higgy took mine.
Okay, well, then you have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Joey?
I'll go with Isaac Garendo.
That's who I had.
Just to change it up.
That's who I had, and I was shocked that everybody got theirs wrong, and I didn't get to say mine yet. But Isaac Garendo?
Yeah.
And by the way,
I
Isaac
almost have made a strong case for him to be like our
offensive MVP. Yeah, because he really stepped up when we didn't have Jaws and Thrash in there. Isaac, if we can send you a quick message before we go to Wes on this, we love you. We know you can get another year. Apply for that red shirt. Come on back. We could use you. Wes, did you have somebody different?
Nah.
No. Wes, nope. Andre Goatley, what is good, my man? Appreciate you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Top play of the year. Wes, let's go with you first. I'm putting you on the spot.
That's definitely a good one. I'd probably say Jaws' run against Notre Dame.
Okay, Jaws run against Notre Dame. Shawn?
The Isaac Garendo run, I believe he's against Virginia.
I'm going to punch you in the...
That was Jeremy.
That was mine. How many yards was it, Shawn?
What was 70 yards?
No, it wasn't. 73. It was 73. Jackhand.
73.
Joey?
I'm going to go with the punt block.
The punt block. Oh,
that's a good one.
The defense stepping up big time.
Special team.
For that
coming
punt
up
block.
Big time.
Joe, you're out of the shot just a little bit.
Special teams, baby.
Sean's chastity is taking up the entire frame there. Higgy?
I was going to say the Kevin Coleman catch against Miami.
Okay.
If we didn't have that catch, we didn't win against Miami.
Okay. I thought he was going to go more with the Wetzel's Pretzels card, but okay, I like that. Sam?
Shawn said it. Isaac Garendo, 73-yard against Virginia.
So me, you, and Shawn just happened to pick one random play from one random game, and that was our – okay. Andre's got a question for – and again, if y'all want to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy. Look in the bottom left-hand corner. Email me. We'll talk. If you're a female and want to talk to Shawn, also email me at that address. If you're a female that wants to talk to Joey or say any inquiries, Wes, any of them. if you want to donate snacks to Higgy, email me at that address. We'll get everything taken together. No, Andre, we don't have any update on who's coming back. We did have a couple of entries into the transfer portal today. Shawn, it was Keith Brown and linebacker Keith Brown and
kicker Nick Lopez.
Nick Lopez. Chad Brockey's play of the year was the fumble Ruski right before the half at versus Murray State. Oh, is that the one where we acted like we were going to punt and we
acted like we was going to take a knee?
Yes, that's what I meant.
I should have picked the play where the lineman did the cartwheel.
Oh, God.
Shout out to our guy Willie Tyler, Louisville live stream alum Willie Tyler. At that. No, you know what? I'm changing mine. To the fake. We were acting like we were about. I think that's the one Chad's talking about.
Yeah,
the fake nil. Did we score on that one?
No.
It got us.
No, and that was against Boston
range,
College,
though, right?
Yeah,
no, that's Murray State.
Got a field goal out of it.
Yeah, we ended up scoring though right before that. Okay, all right. I like it. Top position group. I'm gonna go with the O linemen because they and I'm not going to trash anybody on the show. So as consistently inconsistent as our QB play was all year, the O-line gave him every opportunity to get out there and be great or be trash or be mediocre. He didn't want for anything. So I'm giving it to the O-line. Joey?
Running backs.
There's not really too many to pick from here, so we're going to get to a point where we're
Yeah.
paper, rock, scissors for the position group.
I'm going with the running backs. I mean, we got 2,000 yards rushing, over 2,000 yards rushing. Yeah, I think 1,100 some change or 1,200 from Jawar and 800 from Garendo.
Okay.
And I don't even think that 800 counts with the bowl game. So he got real close to the 1,000-yard mark too. So we almost had two 1,000-yard rushers this year. So.
Okay.
And you could also credit that back as well to the offensive line for opening those holes. But Garendo just whatever he wanted, he took. So
yeah, and I'm shocked that we didn't go to him a little bit more in crunch time the last 3 games. I feel like he was very, very. Not to get into that, we'll talk about our season premiere, which is on Sunday, January is it the 7th, Teresa?
7th. It would be the 7th.
Thank you, Teresa. The 7th. We'll talk. We'll do bowl recap and we'll heal then. I'm already over it. Whatever. I was already dead inside. But yeah, I wish Higgy. Do you have like something other than your computer? Right? Like, can you look up on your phone or your iPad and see what our total rushing yards was for the season? All right, make yourself useful. I appreciate you, buddy.
I'm going to get it before he does.
Joey's going to try to beat you to it, though. I forgot. How about this? And Higgy disappeared, so he's gone. I love it. Sam or Wes, who wants to go for position?
I have offensive line.
You had offensive. Okay, Wes.
I was with Joe. Running backs.
Shawn.
So we had over 2,000 rushing yards.
Thanks, Higgy. Gave him one job. Shawn, did you have a position group different than the O-line or running back?
No.
You didn't have quarterback?
$24.99 to be exact.
$24.99.
Now that includes every rush.
Golly. Higgy, I'm assuming you're going wide receivers.
No, I was going to go offensive line.
Okay.
31 rushing touchdowns.
31 rushing touchdowns, 2,500 yards rushing. My God, what a great year. Again, make sure you all are subscribed to our Facebook or our YouTube. You'll be able to get all these shows impromptu. We're going to try to give you all a lot more content going forward as we start off with 2024. We're going to have later up in the show, we're going to have Twitter Personality of the Year. Now, if you've ever done a show with this, like Wes and Corrito, they can't be nominated because they're part of we all know they're in our top Twitter personalities, but we're going to do Twitter personality, favorite guest, and our special guest, Gracie from the Netflix smash hit show Wrestlers. She's got 3 special categories she's going to present. She has got the Joe Mack Biggest Baby Award. She's got the Hollywood Haley J MVP Not a Baby Award. And then she's got the Tiffany Nieves Worst Weave Biggest Crybaby Award. So we're gonna have a good time. Can't wait for her to join us in a little bit. Let's flip the script. Let's change field, if you will, and let's go defense. Defensive MVP. Sam, I'll start with. I missed the. Oh no, I didn't miss any offensively.
It says. I guess I don't know then.
No, it's time to go defensive. So let me be the quarterback. I'm no Jack Plummer. You let me QB this. You let me QB this, mother. I didn't say anything. Just sitting here. Defensive MVP, Sam. We'll let you kick that one off. No pun intended.
Ashton Gelati.
Ashton Gelati. And if you want to give a couple words, you can. If you don't, it's fine.
Well. Coming into the year, we all expected him to have a great year. He was the lead on the defensive side of the ball, and he lived up to it. He was double, sometimes triple team. He was held just about every passing down, even on some rundowns, and he was still able to occupy 1, 2, and sometimes 3 linemen for our linebackers and our other defensive linemen to get to the quarterback or get to the running back in the backfield.
Shawn, we hope someday that you can find somebody to hold you the same way that people like to hold Ashton Gelati. We just want them to hold you the same way that a blind man walks in and grabs a loaf of bread, but still, we want you to be held by somebody. Higgy, what about you, buddy?
I think I say Mason Rieger. He led the team in second in
I'll
sacks.
get him off the screen. Sorry, I was talking to myself out loud. I'm sorry. Higgy, go ahead.
I was gonna say he was second on the team in sacks and third on the team in tackles.
You're a baby.
What?
Whoa.
What, Higgy?
I was saying Mason.
You're a baby.
Stop. Whoever that is, stop it.
Mason was second on the team in sacks and also third into the team in tackles. So he was my second co-MVP.
He wasn't third in tackles.
From what I'm seeing.
No, he wasn't even close.
He was third in tackles, and
linemen are never in the top 5.
In Higgy's heart, in Higgy's big heart,
third down pass rusher.
All right, Shawn, it wasn't your turn.
He was like 12th or 13th in tackles.
Shawn, what about you? Defensive MVP.
I'm gonna go Quincy Riley.
Okay, that's who I had as well.
You know, for the most of the season, he shut down one side of the field. They were always testing Brownlee or up the seam with the tight ends against our safeties. He shut down one side of the field for most of the year. He had a couple of nice interceptions in Notre Dame game, very first play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my guy.
Absolutely. And welcome to Nate. He's in here. Josephine, our guy, Ty Spalding. What's good, Ty? He's in the building. Ted Winowski. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We're doing our end of the year awards, having a little fun. It is what it is. Joey, did you have a different defensive player of the year?
I'll just throw another name out there just to give some recognition. But linebacker TJ Quinn, he did lead the team in tackles by quite a bit. He had 91 on the season, had a half a sack, 2 passes defensed, an interception, and a fumble recovery. So he did,
absolutely.
He did what like most games you heard his name a lot.
Yeah.
We talk a lot in the past about missing tackles. He is one guy who did not miss a lot of tackles.
He's the Carmelo Hayes of our defense. You don't miss. He is him. Did I say that right? I think so.
Yes.
Wes, what about you? Your defensive player of the year?
Honestly, I was gonna go Ashton, but then I just thought about it. Devin Neal.
Okay. Well, I think that, and I hate this because you have a guy that has a bad game, and people are just they're just negative about him. We appreciate everything. Storm Duck had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah.
He played well in the first 10, 11. Huh?
We played a game yesterday?
No, I don't think we played yesterday. Whenever that last game we played was, look, I don't think anybody will disagree. The first 6 games of the season, our defense played at an elite level.
Mm-hmm.
The last 8 games of the season, the last 5 games of the season. If you go from Virginia forward, I think that's fair to say. After the Virginia Tech game, our defense didn't get the same kind of. It wasn't the same kind of razzle-dazzle as it was the first part of the year. But to all the transfers that transferred in, even Jack Plummer, we appreciate your contributions. I mean, if you were truly the best that we had in that quarterback room, then we appreciate all you did for us, 100%. Did we get everybody's defensive player of the year? I believe so. Next one is freshman of the year. I'm going to go first this time. I've got Stanquan Clark. I think that my biggest, y'all heard me all year, my biggest worry was the young linebacker core, and they made me eat my words for the first 10 games of the year. Again, I don't know if we were just feeling ourselves a little bit too much the last 4 or 5 games, but it was definitely a different defense we saw in the season than we had the beginning and the middle of it. But one thing that didn't change was Stanquan Clark, and true freshman, correct, from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
People were mad down there when they didn't get him. So that's how you know you got a good one. When people are mad, you got a good one, and he showed out for us this year. Higgy, what about you? Hold on, before you talk, Higgy, because we heard you prepare, just to let Miss Kelly know, Quincy was named Cardinal Sports Zone Defensive MVP of the Year by me and about 4 other people on the I'm embellishing on the panel here. So congrats to Quincy for winning Player of the Year. For us, we definitely saw him put his heart and soul leave it all out on the field, and we appreciate you. She was one of our guests this year. We loved having the Card Moms on here, and we appreciated everything that Quincy had done. Who else didn't get to give their Freshman of the Year?
Me, but I don't have anything.
You didn't have any, Shawn?
I didn't have anything.
Wes?
Who's the guy?
I feel like I'm singing the theme song. Shawn, Sam, Wes, Joey, Dalton, and that boy Higgy. Well, safe track. I'm so glad you got back safely, and hope we don't know. We don't know when anything's gonna be announced by Quincy about Quincy. We pray for him to make the best decision for him, and we know that's gonna happen. So much love for you from Cardinal Sports Zone crew. Let's go transfer of the year defensively, and I went a little bit off the beaten path here because this guy actually was the transfer of the year for me defensively for the first 6 games of the year. It was Cameron Kelly. I felt like he played. I didn't feel like I heard his name so much the last half of the season as much as I did the first half of the season. So I feel like Cards on Twitter says Keith Brown entering the portal with a very short message is interesting. Yeah, I saw that. Announcement coming soon, says Miss Kelly. I can't get anybody to have. And what's up, Glenn? What's up, Charles? I had Ashton's mom on here, and she would not tell me. I was DMing with her. She was like, "No, I can't tell you if he's coming back or not." And like 2 minutes before we did the show that day, he announced it on our show. Daggone it. I didn't see that. Cards on Twitter says he also quote tweeted something about the NIL payments not coming on time. I haven't heard that with anybody else. 502 Circle, shout out to them. They're my bosses on another one of these podcast ventures that I do. I haven't heard anything of that manner. So, Miss Kelly, you don't have to do it on the show, but just tell me, DM me, let me know, and I won't tell nobody else unless we're on the air. Shawn, transfer of the year, defense.
Transfer of the year on defense. I have to go. I wrestled with this one. I'm going to go Stephen Herron. He was solid. Like his numbers don't necessarily show like a lot of production, but he was never like he was there. He made sure that he was in the right position.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. He was always around the ball.
Shawn's always around the ball.
He would always make sure that if he couldn't make the tackle, he would force the guy into his defensive
up gaps to where the
exactly.
Yes, he played his assignment.
Yeah. Yes, he was solid. He was actually perfect for what we needed. We needed a guy just solid. We missed him in that one game at the end of the regular season. We really missed him.
Absolutely. Higgy or West, y'all have somebody different?
No.
Nope.
Joey, you said you didn't.
I have a co-MVP.
Okay, Sam, go ahead.
I have Quincy Riley and Cameron Kelly.
Quincy wasn't a transfer.
Oh, he was, but not this year.
Not this year.
But yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking about it. Yes, but
because you're sitting next to Higgy, so of course
it's rubbing off on me.
He's rubbing off on you.
But
Can somebody rub off
my bad.
on
Sorry.
Shawn?
Sorry. I have Devin Neal and Cameron Kelly. I'm sorry.
Hand it to him.
I swear.
Well,
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I was
Devin Neal and Cameron Kelly. I'm sorry. Devin Neal and
Cameron Kelly. Okay. Top play of the year. I'm gonna lead this one off, and because I know Miss Kelly's watching, I already had this down. But Quincy's interception versus Notre Dame was my defensive player of the year. Play of the year. Oh, you won 2 awards: player of the year and play of the year. Like that set the tone for that Notre Dame game. That let them know you're not going to come in our house and push us around, and we're going to take this from you. And we're going to, as Beast Mode will tell you, we're going to play for field goals the whole game and just 3 you to death the entire game. So that was my defensive play of the game. Sam, what about you?
I have the same thing.
Okay.
I have the same thing.
That's how you know when something stands out. That's just like, I mean, it was probably on last year's show. Quincy had the interception of the year too versus Wake Forest. His pick 6, I think, was mine and Sam's play of the year last year. Joey, nothing. Well, nothing other than what we said. Higgy, it's your turn, brother.
I was gonna say Des Tell's sack against Georgia Tech that started the fumble and everything for the victory for Jeff Brown's first victory.
Oh, okay. So he's copying off of Dalton there. Gotcha.
Where's Dalton?
Well, I think that Caillou had some. Which one is Caillou? I don't want to hit the wrong one. No, I don't want to get copyrighted either. Never mind.
Yeah, don't do it.
Sorry. Okay.
To be a big boy.
Just a little bit.
Be a big boy. Sorry. Can we get stop that music? All right. So everybody got their defensive play. No, Shawn. Sorry.
I got once again Quincy Riley, but the Miami game where he broke up the 2-point conversion.
Okay, that's a very, very good one. Anybody else have anything different? Nope. All right.
Shawn's low life.
Shawn plays Shawn should play defense.
I'm a defensive MVP.
He's getting a Hall of Fame jacket for defensive back.
Wes, we're going to start with you on this one. Top position group.
Top position group. I'll probably say the defensive ends.
So you're going D-line? That's what I went, was D-line.
D-line.
Okay.
I said the ends mainly because of Mason and Ashton. They killed it this year for real.
Chris Curry says Joe Tessitore for mispronouncer of the year. He kept saying Jarvis Brownless and Ashton Gillette. That's a
probably
great one.
Doman as well.
Doman, yeah. Brock Doman. Shawn?
I'm gonna go defensive backs. I know a game we won't mention they didn't do, but for most of the year they were just as solid as a defensive line. They kind of worked hand in hand. They got a lot of interceptions, a lot of pass breakups. So
if anybody knows about working hand in hand, it's our guy Shawn Barber here. Yep.
Man,
you set yourself up for that one.
You did. You did. But that's that. We do what we do here. Checking Twitter while we're talking to make sure there wasn't anything missed on Twitter. All right. There's only really one position group left. So does anybody have anything different than the defensive backs or the defensive line? Nobody picked linebacker?
Give the linebacker some love because, like we said earlier, they didn't miss a lot of tackles.
They were definitely they were underrated and overperformed in my estimation.
I'll say linebackers.
Joey says linebackers. Okay. All right. We got 3 more left for football, and it's team of the year, game of the year, and moment of the year. My team performance of the year, I feel like the most complete game we played all year was against Virginia Tech. My game of the year, Notre Dame, and moment of the year, the Field Storm after the Notre Dame game. Sam, give us your performance of the year, game of the year, moment of the year.
So for me, the game of the year was the NC State road game. I felt like the environment down there, they got it out of victory that a lot of people didn't give them a chance to. My moment of the year is similar to yours, is the rushing of the field against Notre Dame. And then I would say the Boston College game. I was really impressed with Louisville's special teams, defense, and offense during the Boston College game.
All right, all great choices. Higgy, team performance of the year.
I'd say the Duke game. Looking at them shutting out a top 25 team, like for the whole game completely versus just simple quarters.
Okay.
Game of the year. Game of the year, I'd say the Notre Dame game. But then the moment of the year, I'd actually say the ACC championship, getting to make it to the first title game as a team more than anything else. We didn't have the victory that we wanted.
You thought about it a different way. I'm proud of you, Higgy, for that one. That was a different way to look at it.
No,
I
actually thought of that, and I got my victory towel to show it. So,
okay.
Shawn, team performance of the year.
Team performance of the year.
He don't know about performance.
It has to be Boston College because that was the one game that Jack Plummer played. That was his greatest game by far. And then what's the next one?
It is game of the year. Which game got you bricked up, Shawn, the most?
Don't
look at that on Twitter though. Don't
go to that.
I'm gonna go because I was there, even though it wasn't like Grace. It was the Indiana game because that was being there. We outnumbered IU fans in the heart of Indiana. It was loud.
But how do you know that? Everybody was wearing red. It looked exactly the same all the way
you
around.
Knew when we were scoring touchdowns, you knew.
Well, they smell differently too.
That's true.
Indiana fans do. No offense if there are any watching. Chad Brocky's moment of the year, the O lineman doing the cartwheel, and mentions that Brom wanted him to do the splits, but he did a cartwheel instead. Joey, team performance of the year.
Yeah, I mean, mine don't differ really from anybody else's. I mean, Notre Dame, that was a huge win. And I think even Dalton said it in his post, like that put us on the map, kind of helped put this team on the map globally, nationally, whether it was the game day crew always hating on us, they still had to talk about us. Yeah. So that was kind of that I would say that would be my game of the year. And then, like I said, Wes Brocky stole my moment of the year.
That was Chad.
I'm sorry, Chad Brocky. Cartwheel, dude, that was awesome. I had to rewind that several times did he just kind of like a Booker T moment, except for instead of saying, tell me he didn't just do that.
Wait a minute, I didn't get to get my moment of the year. I forgot about that.
I know, because you treated it. Yeah, the awkward handshake was Sean's moment of the year for sure. And we were all here for that except Higgy.
Yeah, that counts.
Because Higgy canceled on us that day.
And his nana.
My moment of the year was Brock Travelstead making the field goal after missing that. He made the school record 53-yard field goal to win the game.
Okay.
After missing it. And then that moment in the locker room, though, particularly where Jeff Brom brought him out and said, listen, this guy, he went through adversity and he came out on top and he started crying. That was my moment of the year, because that showed what kind of coach I think Jeff Brom is, what kind of team we have.
I think Gracie would probably call. Hold on. Gracie, what do you have to say?
You suck, Sean.
I agree.
I knew it.
I agree. Wes, give us yours.
I'd probably say team game of the year. I'd probably go with Boston College, like I said, because that's when the offense was flying on all cylinders, and the defense really didn't give up anything till late. Game of the year, Notre Dame, because prime time. I mean, what's left to say about it? That game really catapulted us back into the national spotlight like we haven't been in a while. And moment of the year, Jeff Brom Gatorade bath after clinching the spot in the ACC championship game in Miami.
Good one.
All right. I like it. I almost think maybe he tried not to win this last game so he didn't get eggnogged all over. Sean, that means something different. We'll talk about that later. But he didn't get skeet eggnog all over the place. So Chad Brocky says the goal line stand against IU was huge. It absolutely was. Won us that game. Chris Curry, moment of the year, game day crew repeatedly picking against us, Corso included. I like that. Let's go to other sports. And we haven't had a big sample size for other sports. Moment of the year, I'm going to say the storyline of the year that was non-football related has got to be the NCAA run by our volleyball team. It was great. It was a really, really good feel-good story. Sam, did you have something different?
No, sir. I was going with our volleyball team.
Higgy, 2 snacks. Well, it's probably 1 snack by now, but still. Did you have anybody? Anything different?
The gold medal game for the women's basketball team.
Okay. Higgy's surprising us a little bit.
Right.
So thanks, Megan, for giving him all these good answers. Sean?
Mine was volleyball team. I mean,
volleyball?
I could not be.
Joey, anything different? Nothing different? Wes?
No, you can't beat a national championship game appearance.
And well, we didn't.
Elite Eight appearance.
Oh, that was last year.
Yeah, last year was. Yeah, you know what?
I bet.
Wes is new, even though his name's in the thing. And look, shout out. I want to real quick before I forget this. Our guy Gibby. If you are on Twitter, you see that man Gibby on Twitter before. He does all the cool video intros for Devontae Parker and a lot of the other U of L guys. Currently, we're using my own money to get us a new intro made, along with our song from BSIM, a new intro. It is going to be just as fire as we appreciate the guy that made this intro for us, but we got some fire heating up in the oven. Plus, there's some stuff that's in this intro that may not be around much longer. So we need to get that up out of our intro, get some new stuff in. Miss Catherine Klobe says men's soccer. Absolutely. Great run. Chad Brocky, Reese Davis was the biggest moron. If you're not good enough, a loss will sneak up and find you. Well, guess what? We had 4 of them sneak up and get it. So it shouldn't have been a sneak at all. Lisa Nelson watching. What's up, Miss Lisa? Glad you're feeling better. I wish you would stop posting pictures of your crusty feet on Facebook, but we're glad you're feeling better. And yes, I know those were your hands, but that should tell you something if your hands look like feet. Anybody have anything different than the volleyball run? Covered that? Okay. You all just are too quiet. Player of the year, non-football. I've got a tie between Anna DeBeer and Olivia Cochran. The rebound her, as they call her. Sam, do you have anything different?
Iko Jones. I wanted to say DeBeer, but you got it. You got to her before me.
I stole it. Higgy. Sorry, Wes, for calling you Higgy.
I'm anxious to see what Higgy says here. See if he pulls another rabbit out of his hat.
I was gonna say Sydney Taylor on the basketball team. Her performance during the gold medal game and also too during the Canada games was a great performance more than anything else.
I'm looking at Dalton's too. I don't see Dalton having a. He didn't answer all of them. So
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Higgy, where has this information been for the last few seasons?
Who did he say? I wasn't even paying attention to him. Who did he say?
Sydney Taylor from U of L's women's basketball team, and he mentioned her performance against the Gold in up in Canada.
Okay, Megan, please come into the shot. We see that he's got somebody filtered out. Our guy Rito says Sydney Taylor MVP. I like it, man. Shawn?
Mine was going to be Olivia Cochran. She's the anchor of that team.
Shouldn't be shocked. He also loved Liz Dixon last year, too. Joey?
That was a couple years ago.
Wes?
Nah, I got Sid just like Higgy.
Okay, man. This is feeling a little bit Twilight Zone-y. Performance of the year. Look. Before the season started, there was a gentleman that was on our men's basketball team. Before y'all, listen, I'm giving my performance of the year to a men's basketball player. We had a guy that come into the season that didn't have a whole lot of confidence, played last year real shaky, and has come out this year and absolutely killed it. Of course, I'm talking about Brandon Huntley Hatfield. You've seen a lot of passion out of him this year. You've seen him actually rebound the basketball. Chad Brocky says Lamar Jackson. I didn't say it had to be a current Cardinal. So Chad Brocky's giving it to Lamar Jackson. Nathan, what's good, man? We'll reverse field here. We'll do a Lamar Jackson. Wes, who's your performance? What is your, out of all the sports, what performance sticks out to you the most individually? And we can come back to you if you don't have one right now.
Come back to me real quick.
Shawn.
My performance of the year, it has to be the Texas game. I know it's a game, but it was a team performance. The whole team looked good, and I thought we found it.
For who? For what sport?
For Louisville men's basketball.
Okay,
men's basketball. That performance as a team was what I wanted to see.
Absolutely. And I didn't feel like it was fair to put the men's basketball, put a bunch of those categories in because everybody's just crapping all over them. And I didn't want to. I believe
a third of the way through the season.
I still believe in them. And I talked to Mike and I talked like if you all had the insight I did, their attitudes are still wonderful. They still believe that they can get better. They're not taking things as bad as the people online tweeting at them are. So much love to Sky, much love to Mike, Nolan, everybody on the team, KP. Let's finish up strong. That's all I can really say there. Joey, performance of the year, individual performance of the year.
Individual performance of the year?
Yeah. I guess you could do a team one if you want to. I mean, Shawn didn't listen to me when I said individual.
No, I
didn't Garendo rush for almost 250 yards one game? Was it the Virginia game? He rushed.
No, yesterday, if he played, if we had a game.
No, he ran for 200.
No. They said it last night on the game. It was.
Well, they also said Gus Johnson was from Beecher Terrace, and he's not. His dad was.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure he went for two. Somebody went for 208 at the beginning of this year. Maybe that was Jaws.
It was Jaws. Yeah.
Higgy.
But that's a good one. Yeah.
I was gonna say Charity Looper in the volleyball versus
Get the hey.
Charity Looper. If we didn't have her against Pittsburgh, we didn't have her against Stanford, we wouldn't have had those victories or anything else. She led us in kills.
Who was there?
She led us in hitting precision.
Steven in the building, we appreciate you. We got Rito that says Isaiah Garendo versus Virginia Tech was his favorite performance. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick because he was the difference maker in that game. We'll go ahead and bring up the box score, the recap. Louisville's rushers in that game. Garendo rushed for 11 rushes, 146 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Great choice there, Rito. I'd forgotten about that. Did we already get everybody there?
I don't know who Higgy has in it.
No,
he's got an
since
earwig or
Higgy
something.
stole mine.
Sam.
Higgy stole mine, but I have a backup, and someone's there with you, Higgy, because there's no way in God's green earth.
Took his filter off, so that means she's left the room. Steven, what's good, man? We appreciate you joining us tonight.
But I'm gonna go
Not rummage.
with my performance outside of football would be in the U of L women's gold medal game against Canada. I know Sydney Taylor hit the game-winning 3, but I'm gonna go with Nina Ricard. She had about, I think, 10 rebounds, 9 points, and 7 assists. She almost had a triple-double in that game, and she
reminds me a lot of Tylor. Her
Yes.
game, not like an appearance. A lot her game, her style, her hustle. Really, really good. Chris Curry says Plummer's deep post to thrash against Virginia was probably his most clutch throw of the year. Hard to disagree with that as well. Look, we're going to take a little break here because we're going to bring on our guest tonight. And again, she's got a couple of special categories she's going to present to you. It is none other than the star of Netflix's smash hit Wrestlers. It's the one and only Gracie. Gracie, what's good?
Hey.
Hi, Gracie.
Hey.
Look, I'm gonna help you out here because I do this. I'm the quarterback. I'm the point.
I know.
Yeah. You know.
Are you serious? How you wait, Mom?
Listen, Mom.
Don't interrupt.
Baby.
Mom's a baby? What?
That was you, Jeremy. That was you because you hit it. You hit it. No.
Calling you out,
John didn't. Let's go. Let's go to the first award. And Gracie, it is the Joe Mack He's the Biggest Baby Award. Who do you have as your award winner for that?
UK.
Yeah.
What else did we say? Boo what?
Boo cats.
That's right.
Yeah. Boo cat. And Chad Brocky says hi, Wes and Gracie. So he's saying hello.
What's
Giving
up,
y'all a little
Cardinal?
shout out.
Let's go.
All right, let's go to the next award, which is the Hollywood Haley J MVP Not a Baby Award. Who wins the Not a Baby Award this year for the University of Louisville?
Jamar Jordan.
Jawar Jordan. Good one. Good one.
I like it.
So far, mine and Gracie's have been the same.
And not only that, that's the glove that Gerard Jordan gave her during the Murray State game.
Oh, nice. Well, no wonder he won. You're Not a Baby Award.
Exactly.
Last but not least, and I appreciate y'all holding on so long for us to
you're
get
good.
to you. And if y'all have some more stuff you want to talk about, obviously we'll get that out of the way too. But last award, the Tiffany Nieves Bad Weaves Club Biggest Crybaby Award. Who does that go to?
Florida State fans.
The Florida State fans.
I like it.
Listen, you can't really argue with any of those picks. They were great picks. They were my picks as well.
They were better than Shawn, so.
Well, don't really take much. But
now, Jeremy, don't you got one more question that you wanted to ask Gracie too?
Did I have one more question that I wanted to? Did I have one more? Hold on, I got to get to. Look, I'm the producer, so I gotta make sure I. Why don't you ask the question?
Gracie, you know what it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Ask it. What does it say?
No, come on. My question is for Shawn. How's your girlfriend?
Oh God! Unbelievable! Shot to the heart.
Shawn, how's she doing?
Hey, Chad. Chad, put earmuffs on.
No, it's not Chad. It's Wes.
No,
Wes
Chad, no.
Oh, John.
No.
Okay.
Wes.
Put earmuffs on.
Hey, I'd like to give a little bit of my picks. I know y'all had talked a lot about the defense and that, and I'll piggyback on what
For sure.
you guys had talked about Brock Travelstead. There's some stats about that kid that was great. I mean, how many kicks did he kick in the end zone when we didn't get returns? He was 95% on extra points, 39 of 41 field goals. He put up over 90 points himself. So he averaged 70% on field goals that he kicked.
And you know what? You know what though, Wes? That's something none of us mentioned the last couple of years under Scott Shatterfield. The amount of the kickoffs and punts that were returned, or kickoffs that were returned, were ridiculous, and we didn't really have to worry about it. We kind of took that for granted.
And I don't know that it was not even leaking back into the Petrino last Petrino team.
Yeah,
like it's been a long time since we've had a kicker kick it into the end zone.
Absolutely.
I'll say another thing too is this is really cool here. This is a towel that the number one tackler on the defensive side of the football is TJ Quinn, and he actually gave this towel to Gracie during the Murray State game and signed it for her as well too.
I need to sit with y'all during the game.
Yeah, we all need to sit with Wes and Gracie from now on. They get all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. But see, Gracie don't want to leave. She wants to go down and see all of them, and the players. That's the thing about them. I give them kudos because they do everything for the kids down there when they go down to the edge of the football field, and how they come by and see them and give them fives and gives them different things throughout
That's
the
awesome.
games and stuff like that, and they definitely make them feel very appreciative, and it's just good to see. It's a fun time. I love taking her to the games. We go quite a bit when we can. The card march, I would say the card march has probably been the biggest it's been all year.
Yeah.
Especially the Notre Dame game. I heard it was absolute crazy. It's just crazy. And I like to give a shout out to the staff too during the Virginia game when the kid got hurt and how quick they responded and how they helped him during that time, because we all know what happened in the Buffalo Bills Cincinnati game that year when Hamlin went down. I mean, it's very scary, and I just give kudos to them too because they deserve a lot of credit for that. I think that's a big thing that I noticed watching that game, and then the Garundo, the 73-yard run that he had to basically help us win that game, was very awesome.
Absolutely. Chris Curry says his tweet of the year. We should have done tweets of the year. All the Cincinnati Bearcat fan base. I would even take that a step further and say that all the Louisville fans that were thanking Cincinnati's fans, ADs, coaches, everything for getting that situation out of Louisville and into Southern Ohio. Gracie, do you got anything? Where can people find you at, Gracie?
Where do they watch? What can they watch? OVW on Thursday nights, and what
Where
else?
Where has the whole world seen you at?
Oh my God. On Netflix.
You're on Netflix?
Jerry, you already know that, bro.
I already know that, bro.
Do you not understand?
No, I'm trying to quarterback.
Okay.
You got to let me throw the ball so you can catch it, Gracie.
Netflix.
Stop. I still got another one for Shawn and his girlfriend. Like,
Shawn and his girlfriend don't exist. Okay.
All right. Shush.
She's
Yes,
totally
ma'am.
Make sure to watch wrestlers on Netflix, and you can see me at OVW Thursday nights.
There you go. Gracie, West, we appreciate y'all joining in with us
No,
tonight.
that's not it. That's
not it?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Pump the brakes, she said.
No.
All right. Well, what do we have left, Miss Gracie?
So you know Tiffany Ellis, she's a little brat. But she really sucks. Did you remember she was good and now she turns bad? I don't know how. Can you stop coming when I do my hand?
Yes, she used to be a good girl, but now she's a bad girl. That's why she's in the bad girls club.
Yeah, my favorite wrestler, Jada. She's a baddie. So
she's a baddie, and use air quotes. The only thing bad about her is her wrestling. Oh,
yeah.
Well, look, you can catch Gracie at OVW every Thursday night because I see her there every Thursday night, and in the newly revamped Davis Arena. Thursday nights at 7:00 is the bell time. They start letting you in about 6:00. It's a good time. It's a fun time. Go to ovwrestling.com for ticket information. You can follow them on Twitter at ovwrestling. Any last words there, Miss Gracie?
Okay, go Cards.
Go guys!
Absolutely. Wes, thank you all for hopping in here with us for a little bit.
Bye,
Thanks for being
Shawn.
patient. She said bye, Shawn.
Bye.
Shawn don't have a girlfriend.
Yes, John, do you have a girlfriend?
No, I do not.
He never has.
I thought you had.
Your boyfriend has had more girlfriends than Shawn has.
I do not have a boyfriend.
That's even worse.
You're
for
tied
Shawn.
then.
Y'all
You're
tied.
too young.
Dude!
anyways.
All right, y'all. Thanks
Appreciate
again. We
it.
appreciate y'all.
Yep.
All right, Gracie and Wes in the building, man. Appreciate that. Have a lot of fun. Albert Cross, thanks for joining in. About to wrap this up, but we got our last awards coming down the pike for the evening. Favorite guest of the year, just by look. Now, this is not one I'm asking for opinion on, but I will ask. Just by show views, we had a tie. Brandon Radcliffe's guest host show was number one. Tied with them was the very first, the second guest one we did this year, which featured Chris Redman, Ivan Green, Danny Mosby. So shout out to them. I let them all know they won the award this year, and they were all very, very. Even though Mosby asked me, did he win a dinner from Four Pegs, and I told him, yeah, go ahead and tell him Higgy sent you. So you might get a bill, Higgy.
Yeah, I'd say Brandon Radcliffe for me. Brandon Radcliffe.
Brandon was my favorite, overall, but the most special one to me was the one with Ivan, Chris, and Danny, just because we got to reminisce and we got to talk about Ivan getting inducted into the.
But also a close
ring.
Second would be, Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Urrutia was good.
Mario and
Eli was good.
Eli.
Yeah.
And Eli, yes, Mario.
Yeah.
And Eli.
We keeping receipts, Sam.
Absolutely.
I was going to say Keith was a good one too last week. So
Keith Tobers was good. Yeah. Shout out to Cardinal Forever, Leroy Collins watching, joining with us. We appreciate the L train stopping through for a stop here at the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Last award. Did I already say that? Or are we? Oh, Twitter. Okay, well, first off, did anybody else have a favorite guest? Sam, did you have a favorite guest other than Brandon or the Mel High School All-Star? Anybody
No, y'all got it, Mario and Eli.
Okay. All right. Final award of the evening goes to Twitter Fan of the Year. For me, my favorite people's tweets to watch, I'm going to keep it simple. I love everybody here on the panel, everybody tuning in. You got to throw Leroy Collins in the mix, right? Absolutely, Leroy. Appreciate you joining us. Again, I would put a bunch of the people that are on the panel here as my favorite tweeters, but that wouldn't be fair to the general public. So I've got Uncle Larry. I think he's everybody's favorite, one of everybody's favorite tweeters. Master Yoda, our guy.
But kind of similar. He's been on the podcast too.
Has he been on the one?
Yeah, at the tailgates a couple
of
times.
He was on the tailgate one time, and it was for like 2 minutes while Wes had to get up and go find one of his 700 kids.
Rito's on it.
Sorry. So, but last but not least, and I'm gonna say the name, leave it at this, and we're gonna move forward. It's Sydney Smith. Sam, what about you? Favorite tweeters?
I really don't have any. Oh, you know what? Alan, sorry.
Alan. Okay, Alan. Card NAL, whatever the number was. Joey.
G-Fed.
For
gotta
favorite
be
guest or favorite tweeter?
I'm just gotta say he's got to win an award for something.
Sure.
Because not just for that game, but the whole season long, he has continued to rep
Louisville.
And how much he loved it, loved coming here and everything. So G-Fed has got to be up there. I had another one, but I forgot because I got excited over G-Fed. And
We'll let you think on it for a few
doesn't matter.
seconds.
It's all good.
Wes, we'll go to you next.
I'll probably go with Joey on that one. G-Fed. He's been awesome.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought this Wes had more balls than the other one. He's just going to piggyback off of Joey. Okay.
Because G-Fed, no, he's always showing love to Louisville. He came back, did a meet and greet.
I'm messing with you. Messing with you. Higgy, let's hear what Megan has to say.
Gosh.
I was going to say Corrito. I got to say my boy more than anything else.
What? Okay.
But I have another special award here. The biggest.
He's only saying it because Rito's. I mean, I took Rito out of my mix only because he had also been there to do some of the shows. But apparently, Higgy,
Corrito and Miss Jocelyn would be my top two.
Okay, now he's just kissing.
Now he just. Yeah.
He's just eating all around.
If they're gonna bring you some toilet paper to wipe that off your nose.
Just eating all around the.
Brown nose.
Higgy. Sam, what about you? Oh, you said nobody. Nobody but
No,
G-Fed.
I said Alan.
Oh, you said Alan. That's right. Joey or Shawn, do you have anybody differently than? Or Joe, you said G-Fed. Sorry. It's hard to produce and quarterback at the same time. Leave me alone, Shawn.
I don't have anybody. I had.
You're supposed to pander to say something.
I had Uncle Larry.
Wes Brocky is our favorite tweeter of the. He don't tweet.
I mean, there's a lot of people we can mention. Gary Redbird,
shout out.
Bill Jones, Tailgate Jones. Now I just went blank.
Triple F, Smooth, our guys in the group chat.
Cardinal,
Little John,
John Lindemann.
He said Little John.
Oh, yeah.
Little John. Yeah.
Little John.
Rito, you know you're in our top.
Honorary Oos, TJ, Tom Jeffries.
Absolutely. Just so many names. We don't want to name everybody off because we don't want anybody's feelings to be hurt. Absolutely, though, Rito is in the top 5. Is in my what was that T-Mobile used to have the Fave 5 where you call any 5 numbers for free? Rito, you would have been in my Fave 5 from day one. All right, y'all. Another amazing show. Another great end of the year awards show. We appreciate it. Shout out again, my Twitter fan of the year, Uncle Larry, Master Yoda. I would have said bring Brom home guy would have been, but he flipped the script to got to pick Mick and ran me off the field. Joey?
Average Honky. Just for his Twitter handle. If anything.
Unbelievable.
Average Honky. Or Average Hun KY. I'm not sure which one
Hun
it is.
KY, and you're just making a little bit more of it.
Hold on. Whoa. I am. You're the one who.
Look, make sure you're supporting our photographers and shout out to all of our fine sponsors.
Make sure you give them credit too.
4 Peg Smokehouse and the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, and we're working on more. For sponsorship opportunities, you can check. Let's hide this message so you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Did it disappear? But this is all. I'll be glad the day that we have 2 screens here. Wes is just here so he don't get fired. Oh yeah, that was from the other night. He was here so he didn't get fired, but I wasn't going to fire him.
Why I'm here.
We know. For sponsorship opportunities, send me an email at jswamman723@aol.com. It's there in the bottom left-hand corner. Social media, look underneath Wes and Higgy on how you can follow us on all the social media avenues. Underneath Joey, Shawn, myself, and Sam, you can tell where. You can support the podcast monetarily, along with our new ways of subscriptions on YouTube and Cameo. Even if you don't want me to do the Cameo, you can request for Joey or Shawn or Sam or Higgy or Wes or Dalton or Caillou, any of them, and we'll get the Cameo done for you, sent to you. It's only $20. You get the video, and you help the podcast do more work. That's what all we want to do is do more work for you all. You can find the said podcast on all the podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe, like, follow, add. Whatever Shawn does on the weekend, stalk, whatever you got to do to add that to your library, hit that button. If you've not listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back to cardinalsportszone.com, the place that I'll begin. Hit the podcast drop-down menu. You can listen to Live at 55 prior episodes or the CSZ podcast. You can do that right there from the drop-down menu. We shout out to everybody who's out there sharing the podcast. We love and appreciate you all. Shout out once again for the 198th time. Episode 200 right around the corner, by the way. Shout out to our guys, Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work from Monday through Friday, 10 to noon on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Marcus is there some Monday through Fridays. On social media, let's go ahead and ask Sam. Where can people find you on social media, Sam?
Baseboy124 on all platforms.
Higgles and Bits, go ahead.
I am the Higgy on all platforms.
He is the Higgy. Shawn?
At Elville Shawn.
Joey?
Joe Woman 526.
And Wes?
Lyrical Mind _2.
No, you need to change that. That's not good. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Maybe. Look, stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on either YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. Even though we prefer YouTube, we do appreciate the support either way. Thank you to Gracie for joining us tonight. We really appreciate her and her dad, Wes, hopping on here with us. Last words, Sam, we're going to go with you first, buddy. And then we're going to read out. We're going to get caught up on the chat line and end the show. Cool. Sam. You're Sam.
Looking so
this guy right here. Hey, Sam.
I was looking at us like, hold on, what the hell? Just want to say, continue to encourage the men's basketball team, and if you don't like the coaching, just support the young man that decided to come to our university.
The bottom half of Higgy's head. Last words?
I was going to say, I'll give a biggest thank you out to John Cunningham for hiring old Shatterfield more than anything else.
I thank you.
Moron.
I hit the wrong button, but it was so worth it. Shawn?
I just want to say I hope everybody's having a happy holidays. Let's get, basketball's back on the 3rd. It's time to start our ascension.
Starting the ascension. Joe Higgy, you're not supposed to be gone yet.
I hope our basketball team isn't anything like the ascension.
Carito says thanks to Higgy.
Future
Higgy,
endeavored.
Can you still hear us, Higgy?
Higgy?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay, I don't know why you took yourself off the video yet. I didn't dismiss you. But Rito said, thanks, Higgy. Albert says, great work, guys. Rito says, I know. Thank you, fellows. Uncle Larry, I'm ready for baseball. Cardinals forever. Chad Brocky says, definitely always support the players. Wes says, thanks for the invite and allow us to be a part of the show. Had a blast. We'll have you on in the future as well. Wes, save the second to best for last. What about you? Last words.
Let's turn around on the 3rd and get basketball going on a positive trajectory.
Well, Joe, you already gave your last words. We were talking about basketball. That's why I didn't. No, more last words.
No, I didn't give my last words. I said something about Shawn.
Oh, I thought you said the basketball team wasn't as okay.
No, I wasn't talking about basketball.
No, he was just
okay.
I'm just going in life in general. 2023 can kiss my arse.
Yeah.
But 2023 is Maryland.
Oh, that's bad.
We'll leave it at that.
It is trash. Look, we will see you all Sunday, January the 7th at 2 p.m. for our spring show premiere. Hope y'all have a happy new year. And my last words are this. We spoke a little bit about this gentleman earlier, Chris Redman, my college quarterback, one of my good friends. Love him a lot. This wasn't really public knowledge until here recently. His son, one of the wide receivers for the Christian Academy, back-to-back state championship football teams, they found a cancerous tumor, and they've been doing some work. He's been getting some treatment, and he goes in on January the 2nd to have the tumor removed. Chris just asked for thoughts and prayers and loves from everybody. I asked his permission to mention it, and he said that was okay, and that would be the only reason I didn't mention it out of respect for him and the family. But Britt, we're praying for you, man. We hope for a speedy recovery. We can't wait to see you back out there on the field if that's what God has in store for you. Just know we're praying for you. Big fans here, and we'll have you on after you get better. Start feeling better. We'll have you on the show, and you can tell us a little bit about what you've been going through, and tell us about the football season coming up. We'll have you on here though soon, man. And we're all praying for you. Well, I guess we don't have Yoda here to tell me to hit that fire outro, but we'll hit it anyway. Listen, we thank everybody for y'all support. We love you all. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. This has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. My throat's a bit scratched. Joey?
Podcast.
Hey, Higgy, make them bounce for us while we're going off the air.
Don't
do.
I just thought it'd be good TV. Who don't want to see a bunch of bouncing